Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. The offense set for a first down play. Unloads quickly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We talk about the importance of a quick start in SEC play, guys. You just can't afford to get on a hole.
No, you get behind. The head-to-head matters. Every conference game is so important for the standings down the road, and the familiarity within the league of playing each other so much and knowing the squads, important to get off to a fast start.
You know, and a lot of times, too, these teams in their preseason goals, winning the conference is the very, very first goal, even above reaching the college football playoffs. So it all starts today. First game in the SEC. You got to come out hot. Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. What a snag by the defense. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Baxter. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Baxter. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Longhorns! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands, and the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air, it's Ewers. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. He leaves it with his back. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this group.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Takes the handoff. It's Booth. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Here comes the Texas offense.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Baxter. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a chip. Okay, ready for the timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bolden. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Back to throw. It's Chapin. Fires to the tight end. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
That keeps the score. Texas 30, Mississippi State.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Texas.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He'll run it again. Hard-hitting tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Chapin. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense has to be loving life. This one is touchdown inside the 30-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have...
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Booth. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Going up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Golden. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Throwing right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. misses. What a great play by the defense of paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and got to be happy about that after missing a pair. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Texas.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the game.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Booth. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw it, Chapin. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Texas! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he's going to bring it out. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He chucks one out to the right. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And here comes the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On the run, it's Booth. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision. And you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They move the tight end all over. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision has it. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, it's Chapin. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Now the offense will come onto the field again. First down here for the offense.
Come on, set.
To the ground with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
How in the world did he miss that? We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 15 to Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give to the tailback. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the run, it's Booth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Keeps it going. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. And some room to work. Off he goes. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The extra point has not been simple, but this one is good. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
The back goes in motion. To the air. It's Shapen.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
They'll give it to the back. Ripping through the defense. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Gonna take a shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this DB.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground with the running back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. I mean, he's been a guy that they've given him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to run for it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Here's the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Let's go. Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Going with the ground game left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better.
The raindrops kept falling on his head, and he muffed it. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Mississippi State.
Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better, you know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.